Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Rome 2 Siege battles here at Athens today. And this is actually one of my own replays. 17 minutes and 51 seconds. This one has a little bit of a funny ending. So, as always, let's get into the players on the field of battle. Quickly go over army comps, and then we will get underway. So, we have myself playing as Lusitani. We also have Zile playing as the Odrysian Kingdom, and then we have the Spartan Chad playing as Carthage. Defending, we have SS playing as Swaby, questionable. Enigma 5642 playing as Arvaki, and then Barathun playing as Tylus. Naturally, we can't see what the defenders have brought with them, but we can go over what we, the attackers, have brought. So, Carthage is bringing with him lots of Iberian swords, Italian swords, Gallic warriors, typical Carthage stuff. This was large funds, so it was 11,700. Got some Libyan infantry, mercenary Iberian swords. We got Cretans in the back, along with some Balearic slingers. Also got some late Libyan hoplites and General's bodyguard right over here. Odrysian Kingdom has two Falksmen, mercenary Falksmen over here. Also, all the way over here, he's got Thracian nobles, mercenary hoplites, Thracian nobles, Thracian warriors, typical Odrysian Kingdom things. Good unit slingers, and then the peltists as well. Pretty good unit. Thracian nobles, yeah. Pretty standard stuff. Myself, I'm bringing two Iberian slingers and two Balearics, or Balearic, depending on, I guess, your country of origin. Lusitani nobles, we got some Lusitani guerrillas, which I did not know that these guys have throwables. Like, they kind of act like Thurio spears, so. Bunch of veteran shield warriors, Lusitani swords women, and veteran shields. Some more Lusitani guerrillas, and then way over here we got some guerrilla warriors too. So, let's get underway, and tell you right now, we don't have the best of times. It wasn't the best of times, but it was definitely the worst of times. So, naturally, with my guerrilla deployment abilities, I moved towers respectively where they needed to be so that we could hypothetically take out the artillery crews. Arvaci, of course, has his artillery crew way over here. He does at one point actually turn his artillery and start firing at Carthage. Tylus doesn't have wall artillery. They do have a Scorpion hiding out in there somewhere. Swaby, of course, also has wall artillery, but men on that wall are getting shot at. So, moving along, we're making some progress. Carthage lent us some tortoises. Although in hindsight, I probably should have put some guys up on the wall. You can see Swabia sallied out with some riders of the hunt. I had noticed that and started moving over my spears right away just to kind of block off this path right here so that he couldn't get through, just in case. Luckily, they didn't notice this. They didn't notice the tower. They didn't notice, well, obviously, they didn't notice these guys. They're hidden here. But yeah, they didn't notice the tower. Pardon me. I was a little worried that his riders of the hunt were gonna go and check out what was going on over there, but never actually ended up going over there. So now Odrysian Kingdom's coming up to knock down some walls. Of course, this is a little bit of a tough spot to assault just because it is a wee bit of a choke point. But if you can manage to break out, you do have quite a bit of room that you can move around. Same over here. This is kind of choke point heaven for the defenders. It's tough to get through here and here, and also here and here. That's why usually you see everyone attacking on this side. We probably should have attacked on that side. We didn't, but I try different things, right? So now we can start to see some more of Swaby. We got some Gallowflation Warriors, Gallowthracian Infantry, and Tireless. Got a bunch of Bloodsworn. I do remember, actually, Swaby brought a bunch of Bloodsworn and then just some Berserkers, and of course, the Noble Riders and the Rise of the Hunt. Tireless brought Tribal Warrior spam, which is kind of annoying, but what are you going to do? Usually that's just what everyone goes for when they pick Tireless. It's just Tribal Warriors out the ass. Arvaki over here has got some Skitarii so far that we can see. And now that the walls have come down, we're going to start to make a little bit of a push. Now initially here, I rush in. I kind of bum rush in because I can't see anything yet. You know, like these guys can see that there's a line of enemy troops here, so I thought that applied the same logic. I thought that I should have been able to see troops here, and because I didn't, I thought it was an open pass. So I was like, oh shit, hell yeah, let's fucking get in there. And no.
Warriors, move out!
I think in hindsight, I should have been a little bit more aggressive. I should have probably pushed this side more heavily, like just completely went hard on this side, forcing them to bring troops around so that then I could also bring troops in and come back, nail them in the bind, so to speak. It's just the only problem is, even if that did happen, they still have troops back here that they could, you know, funnel in. So at this point, I was hesitant. I didn't really know what to do. His cab was over here, and I stalled. I shouldn't have stalled so much. I should have moved in. But really, Tireless and Swaby covered each other's asses really well. I'm going to have to give it to them. They managed to back each other up really, really well, and Arvaki didn't really need any type of help. Ooh, pardon me. Although, you know, we do have some Bloodsworn over here. We got some Longbow Hunters. Got some more Tribal Warriors, Oathsworn, General. So yeah. So Drusian Kingdom's coming in, but these Thracian Warriors, you know, they're going to get kind of beat up. Their armor's not the best. And now, yeah, there goes Tribal Warriors going to come in and try and close up this gap over here. Probably also get behind these Thracian Warriors. Initially, it seemed like a Drusian Kingdom was doing kind of all right over here against the Bloodsworn. And we're starting to get these guys to break, but the Longbow Hunters are firing in, so that's going to make it a little bit tougher for a Drusian Kingdom to make some headway. I myself have come in, set up a little bit of a defensive line over here, but then that just let his slingers start firing at me. Again, I fucked up there. I should have pressed in and got in. But it was just this line right here that really, I mean, they did a good job. I can't really be mad or fault them. They did a good job of containing themselves, or containing us, or me rather. In hindsight, I probably should have came over here to attack the walls. I didn't want to be too far away from my ally. So, but yeah, I should have probably came over here and assaulted the walls over here, because then I could have knocked down either side of the walls on either side of the gate, and also used some of the towers left over. But yeah, I just start to have a pretty terrible time. I don't use Lusitani that much, so it's something that that I would like to get better at, because they are a pretty good, solid faction to use. They hit hard. It's just the only thing that I'm also kicking myself in the ass about is that, they don't have bowmen, they have slingers, and slingers aren't good for firing over the walls naturally, so I couldn't really properly support my troops, unfortunately. If I had archers, I could have done a better job. I'm pretty sure you can get into here a little bit. So, but starting to see some breaking, kind of all over the place. From Carthage, from Arvaki, Swaby, Drusian Kingdom, Tylus. But over here, sorry if I'm zipping around too much, I've decided to, now is the time. We sort of knew that we were having trouble right off the, that we were just like getting stuffed right off the bat. The Drizzling Kingdom's making a big push over here. He's doing pretty good against these tribal warriors. I mean, the Thracian nobles aren't nothing to, shake a stick at. But I said, I'm just gonna get my guys up on the wall and get them in as quickly as I can. And maybe we get lucky and they don't have anyone over here at the capture point. And, maybe we can win by capturing the capture point and the timer running out. Right? So, I'm still over here just trying to do my damnedest. I got these guerrillas, the spear guerrillas up here, so I can use their jabby capabilities to fire down. But I didn't have them on auto fire, so they weren't firing right off the bat. And yeah, I just didn't do that well. I did real shit. I did such shit. Oh man, it was terrible. Sending in my nobles because I have to do something to try and just do whatever I can to try and salvage this. At one point soon, you'll see a Drizzling Kingdom actually makes his way over here. Up there we go. To shack up with me, so to speak, and just we form a little bit of a defensive turtle. Carthage, meanwhile, over here is not having the greatest of times, but he's doing pretty good. He still definitely has more troops than we do on the other flank over there. He is trying his damnedest to do what he can. Scutari up against some noble fighters and living infantry. Naturally, they're going to have a pretty tough time against both. Scutari is nothing to, again, shake a stick at. They're pretty nasty unit. Living infantry going up against some more Scutari. Or painted warriors, actually. So, didn't get painted warriors? That's what I'm curious about. At this point, I'm pretty sure that... Yeah, I'm pretty sure my general died at that point. Right? Let me see. Yeah, it could have been that. I remember at one point I was saying, like, oh, my general's not going to last that long, and literally when I finished my sentence, he died. So that was probably it, actually. It could have been. But yeah, we just got, like, stuffed completely because they just loaded up. But, I mean, that's, Athens is, like, there's the Scorpion right there. Athens is a good... It can go either way, you know what I mean? Like, it's good for defending, but also it's, it's not terrible for attacking either. It has wide open spaces, so if the attackers can get cav in and they get a good running charge, then that'll work in their favor, but also it has plenty of choke points up and around by the walls. Ooh, pardon me. That allow the defenders to be able to stuff whatever's coming at them, pretty much. So I just had, like, the worst time. I'm losing against some tribal warriors, Bloodsworn, who the fuck knows what else. I have my slingers firing at this point. It's just like I have to provide some sort of support, and my troops, I'm trying to do whatever I can to whittle down the defenders as best as I can, but it's just it's tough going. It is an uphill battle at this point. Carthage, meanwhile, still having a bit of a tough time getting through. He still does, though. He's got more troops than we do, though, still, so that's pretty good. Meanwhile, however, I have made it in, and I am just absolutely bum rushing it over here as quickly as I possibly can, praying that, one, no one heard that the gates have been taken, and that, two, if there is no one over here, that they don't, they're not paying attention well enough. Luckily, both Tireless and Swaby's Gen is moving over to help deal with this Libyan infantry, which is a surprise. Iberian slingers firing in at the Cretans. And meanwhile, back over here, we're still just not having a great time. Tireless ended up sallying out, but 4 units of slingers, or 5 units of slingers, and 3 peltis units, they're going to get whittled down pretty quickly. So it's not the greatest idea. They do get into melee a little bit, but still, you're completely surrounded by a projectile unit. You're just going to get melted. Meanwhile, still going. They haven't seen me yet. Now remember, there was a Levy Freeman unit right there. Also, 78 kills for Arvaki's the ballista. So, Levy Freeman unit should appear shortly. There it is. And at this point, I was nervous that my units were going to get discovered, because look how close we are. Look how close. But they don't notice. I'm still hidden, which baffles me. Okay? So, while this is happening, Carthage is still making quite the push. Still has plenty of troops left, at least to harass and kind of tie down Arvaki as much as he can. Over here, we're still kind of doing the same thing, just kind of holding them up. So that they really can't really do anything. And then look at this, neutralized, and now we're capping it. So, they didn't realize that they lost the cap circle. I forget if it was Arvaki or Tylus or Swaby, but one of them said, like, at the end of the match, said that, like, his volume wasn't working or something, so he didn't hear that they had lost the cap circle. Tylus apparently has noticed. He's sending troops over, and I'm just kind of hiding out, waiting, hanging out. Luckily, all my guys are fresh, they're chilling. And now I saw, oh shit, you know, his Levy Freeman unit are on the way. And I saw that these tribal warriors are headed over here too. So what do? Last ditch effort. There's 3 minutes and 2 seconds left, and I'm trying to keep these guys from keeping us from winning, right? So, 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. Helps out the channel, and of course, hopefully my son will think that I'm super cool when he gets older, because people like my YouTube videos. So, Levy Freeman and my guerrilla fighters are duking it out. They managed to neutralize it. So now, I have to recap this. And I got tribal warriors coming my way. Arvachi still hasn't noticed yet. Levy Freeman, thankfully, are about to break. I have a little V of Death set up so that these tribal warriors kind of get jabbied some, so that my guerrilla warriors will have a little bit of a better time. And honestly, my guerrilla warriors are a little bit better than the tribal warriors. Alright? 42, 35, 65, 15 armor, not the best, but 30, 40, 70 melee defense, 95 armor. Naturally, yeah, the 95 armor is going to play a big factor, but you can start to see at some point the tides turn. So, Levy Freeman have been defeated. I saw Arvaki's generals coming this way, and I said, fuck this, I gotta do something. YOLO'd my guerrilla warriors. Carthage is over here, his gen's about to break. He's doing what he can. We're still stuck out over here, just kind of holding these guys up. Tylus is now rushing his gen over as quickly as he possibly can. My guerrilla warriors are still managing to hold off these guys as the timer is counting down. Same over here. Obviously, these noble fighters are going to be winning easily and handedly. Now, why? Yeah, they're going to break soon, but he manages to sneak his slingers by, although they are going to get hung up a little bit. But there's 30 seconds left. 30 seconds. This literally comes down to the wire. I managed to break 2 of his tribal warriors. Scholar Thracian infantry and Oathsworn up against my guerrilla warriors. They're not going to last long. And once again, guerrilla warriors now charging forward, trying to catch the Balearic slingers so that they don't start to neutralize the capture point. And look at that. Look at that. Never give up. Even if you don't think you're going to win, never give up. And whoo, look at this. Man, 946 kills. That is devastating. I did so fucking terrible. Holy shit. All right, 64 and 90 for my 2 nobles. 44 and 37 for my Balearics. 6 and 11 for my other 2 slingers. 22, 117, 9, 88, 6 for my veteran shields. 85, 5, 12. I did so bad. I just did awful. I'm so ashamed of myself. 138, 89, 84. Oh my god. ZLA doing 1,225. 75 for Thracian nobles. 26, 15, 13, 41 for the ranged units. 123 for mercenary Falksmen. 130, 162 for the Thracian nobles. And Thracian warriors, 141. We did so bad. Not really, but also yes. 1,526. 10 for his gen. 76, 91, 103, and 117 for his ranged. 23, 29. 152 for his 1 Libyan infantry. 142 for the other. 86 for the 1 Gallic warriors. 70 for the 1 Iberian swords. 40 for the 1 Italians. And then 172, 195 for his mercenary noble fighters. SS with 1,695 kills, 38 and 0 for his 2 cav units. Holy shit, I'm blanking out over here. 133 and 97 for 2 of his longbow hunters. 208 for 1 of his berserkers, pretty good. 181, 181, 139, 184 for the bloodsworn. Enigma 5642, 2,319, 100 for his gen, 158 for the Celtiberian cavalry. Oh, wait. Isn't this a ranged unit? He might have broken the rules, and we didn't even realize it. 47, 55, 61, 121 for the Iberian slingers. 55 for the 1 Iberian swords, 209 for his other noble fighter unit. 300, wow, for the 1 painted warriors. 267 for the 1 Scutari, 133, 192, 132, and 186. Barathum with 2,185, 13 for gen, 89 for the Scorpion, 111, 88, 70, 95 for the Celtic Slingers, 33 for the Galathracian warriors, and then, yeah, just tribal warriors, man. Like, I understand that they're good, but the Galathracian infantry is really good, too. Like, come on. Mix it up a bit. 161, 176, 330. 139, 216, 155, 317, 39, 133, and then 20 for the Levin Freeman. So yeah, what's the lesson here, folks? Always be aware of what factions can guerrilla deploy units. And make sure you check your back door for siege artillery and no troops around said siege or siege equipment rather. Ooh, excuse me. And yeah, just, sneaky plays are good. Chad plays are good, especially if you're losing and you can pull off something sneaky and hilarious like that. Do it because it's funny. As the Spartan Chad would tell you. But that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know I did, especially in the moment. Holy shit, Jesus Christ, we were laughing our asses off when we pulled that off. But That being said, thanks for watching. Have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, wherever you are, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. I just screwed up my own catchphrase, didn't I? Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.